Tata Motors seems to be on a mission to make CNG cars cool, be it offering CNG option with the top spec variants of its cars or the introduction of dual-cylinder CNG kits which gives you usable boot space. All things that make CNG cars relevant for the new age buyer. Today, the company has taken things a step further by introducing automated manual transmission with the Tigor and Tiago iCNG models. And mind you, it is the first company in India to offer this technology. So, what all has changed? How well does it perform, and should you buy it? Let's answer all that in this video. But before we move ahead in this video, do subscribe to Car and Bike if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification so you never miss an update from us. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow enthusiasts. Now, this is the first time that we are seeing an AMT gearbox being offered with a CNG-powered car, which means we are stepping into new territory over here. So first things first, let's jump into the car and see how it performs. Now, the Tigor iCNG is powered by the same 1.2-litre petrol engine that is paired with the CNG kit. In terms of output, nothing has changed. It still makes 72 brake horsepower and 103 Nm of peak torque. While the regular version comes with a 5-speed manual gearbox, now you get a 5-speed AMT unit. That is the big change right here. In terms of how the AMT performs, I have to say I was quite surprised because it is quite smooth and it feels peppy. You expect the AMT to be a bit laggy. Yes, there is some amount of lag, especially between the shifts from first to second and second to third. But beyond that, once you get rolling, you do not feel that much of a hindrance from the transmission. It more or less, the ride is quite smooth. Yes, it doesn't have the same level of refinement as a conventional automatic, but you do have the convenience of two-pedal driving. And the biggest takeaway for me was that it did not feel like I was driving a CNG car. And that's saying something. But if you don't want to drive in CNG mode, you can simply switch to petrol mode at the click of a button. As for the fuel efficiency, the Tigor iCNG AMT returns an ARAI certified mileage of 28.06 kilometers per kilogram, which is quite good. Also, it's about 2 kilometers per kilogram higher than the manual version of the car. Sadly, given the short time we had with the car, we couldn't test these numbers. Yes, there is a manual mode as well. You can shift the lever to left and then you can use sequential shifting to go through the gears. But however, I found that the auto mode is much more smoother and convenient to use, whereas the manual is not that refined. So if I was to buy this car, I would rather prefer driving it in the AMT mode, and that is something that most of the buyers who buy this car will end up doing. As for how the car performs on the road, right now we are driving on a nice set of tarmac. Yeah, there are no potholes or speed bumps, but yes, there are some minor undulations. And that is where you notice that the Tigor is quite plush. Yes, the suspension is set a bit on the softer side. So you, in harder, bigger bumps, you will notice some bounciness. But more or less, the ride quality is quite comfortable and you won't feel any jarring jerks or harshness when you're sitting inside the cabin. So that way, plus marks for the Tigor. Handling wise also, the car is quite nice. It feels quite stable. Even when you're doing higher digit numbers, there is enough confidence to push on further. The steering feel is nice. There is some slight heft to it. However, I would have liked if the steering had some more feedback, because more or less right now this feels a bit wooden. So that is one area where I feel the car could have been better. Visually, this AMT version of the Tigor iCNG is no different from the manual version. Up front, you still get the same sleek grille with the tri-arrow studs, projector headlamps and LED daytime running lights. Walk towards the profile and you'll see what Tata calls hyper-style wheels. These are a set of 14-inch steel wheels designed to look like 4-spoke alloys. Quite cool, I feel. The ORVMs are blacked out and they are electrically adjustable. When you come to the rear, everything remains more or less unchanged like the exterior. You still get the Tigor badging right here and the iCNG badge. But you now get a new Tata logo, which you will find on all new Tata cars. This is a very minimalistic looking Tata logo. But you open this boot and you'll find this new boot capacity. Yes, now you get dual cylinder technology, which is why you get a usable boot space of 181 liters. Now compared to the regular Tigor, which gets 419 liters, this is very less, yes, but it is good enough for those everyday city driving and occasional weekend outings like Mumbai, Pune or Delhi, Agra, or even Chennai and Pondicherry. So quite usable, quite neat. Inside the cabin, the layout and styling remains unchanged. You still get the same design. Yes, I would have wished the company had added soft touch plastic for the dashboard and door trim, but that's asking for too much. It is quite well put together, well made. The seats too get nice faux leather upholstery. Looks nice. Having said that, I feel the quality of the leatherette material is not of the best quality and will be prone to getting dirty. However, the seats are well bolstered and comfortable. Other features remain unchanged. Yes, you get a 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and then you get a part digital instrument cluster which gives you a ton of readout, including tire pressure monitoring system. And then you have a steering wheel with mounted controls for volume and telephones. The rear seat is also decent but not very spacious. I wish it had better under thigh support, and with the front seat set to my driving position, I had no knee room. Having said that, you do get 3-point seat belts for all occupants and a foldable central armrest as well. Sadly, the Tigor still doesn't get rear AC vents, so this iCNG AMT variant also misses out on one. Like the regular Tigor iCNG, this AMT version 2 offers standard vehicle safety features like dual front airbags, ABS with EBD, corner stability control and ISOFIX. Tata Motors also offers seatbelt reminder for all occupants, but the rear seats do not have pressure sensors, which means if you do not buckle them up, the car will keep on beeping for some time. Other features include rear parking camera and a tire pressure monitoring system. Furthermore, being a CNG car, you do have additional protection where the system cuts off the CNG supply in case of a thermal incident or a gas leak. Plus, you also have a fire extinguisher under the front passenger seat. The Tigor iCNG AMT is priced from 8,85,000 rupees to 9,55,000 rupees ex-showroom India, and these are prices for the two top-of-the-line variants, the XZA and the XZA Plus. Now, compared to the regular petrol version of the XZA Plus, this AMT version with the CNG kit is about 95,000 rupees more expensive. But for that premium, what you get is the same level of comfort, similar performance, same convenience of an AMT, yet at a more affordable running cost. So if you're looking for a frugal AMT car, then the Tigor iCNG certainly ticks all the right boxes and you should definitely consider it.